Welcome back to TechnoSaji YouTube channel. So first of all, for today, AMD's Radeon RX7900M, which is based on Navi 31 laptop GPU, literally bits NVIDIA RTX 4080 in the first 3D Mark test, and these are made by WCCF Tech, and yeah, it comes from WCCF Tech, and they showed AMD literally showed it like RX7900M outperforms R in 1440p by 5% to 33%, but 104 frames on average against RTX 4080, but this just confirms it that it is indeed faster, as the configuration for it was RTX 4080 with Ryzen 9 7945HX, which retails for 3349 bucks, and RX 7900M series with the same baseline configuration retails for 2800 bucks. So these laptops are not that cheap, but the performance is pretty insane, because 7900M, according to the YouTuber Gids Mostly Tech, scored an average of GPU performance of average of 19,743, and when you compared it with RTX 4080, you can see on the screen here RTX 4080 laptop scores around 18,923, and 7900M is 19,743 in 3D Mark times by. So 7900M is literally more powerful compared to RTX 4080. This just shows it. We still need to see the frames benchmark, like other benchmarks also in gaming, but yeah, at the at synthetic benchmark it is showing more performance. Next up, we have some news regarding RTX 40 series, and it is going to be reportedly making a debut in CES 2024, as it comes from Copilot 7 Kimi, and Copilot 7 Kimi tweeted to a user on X basically, and he asked like any time frame to when they might come out. I was considering buying RTX 4070 Ti now, but just for them release a better version in few months will be annoying, and he's just said CES. So this just basically confirms it, like during CES 2024 they will be launching RTX 4070 Supers, and RTX 4080 Super for is based on 103 10,240 CUDA cores, 16 gigabits at 256 bus and 320 watt TDP. 4070 Ti 8448 CUDA cores, 16 GB of RAM, 256 bit bus, 285 watts, and 4070 Super is 7168 CUDA cores, 12 GB of GDDR6, 192 bit bus, and 220 watts TDP. And lastly, for today, we have some news regarding AMD, and this comes from Red Gaming Tech. So yeah, and this is the latest info regarding Zen 5 and what it is capable of. So the all results are round off, like for example, if it scores 3400, it could be 3459. So above 50 they round it up as 3400, and up below 50 they round it up as 3400, and this result could still change with final silicon BIOS updates, and he still doesn't know the full configuration of test bed such as memory speed and stuff. But late AMD's Ryzen 9 8950X non 3D part is scored in Geekbench 6.2 about 3500 in single threaded and 24 in multi-threaded at 170 watts. So it technically beats Ryzen 9 7950X by 10%, in 10 to 15% in single threaded performance, and in multi-threaded 20%. So yeah, and Ryzen 9, there are two configuration, and it is Ryzen 9 8950HS, which scored 3.4K in single threaded and 21K at in multi-threaded, and there is another one which is Ryzen 9 8950HS, which score 130 single threaded performance and 2K in multi-threaded at 35 watts, which is also pretty nice. And AMD's SAR-like Ryzen 9 8955HX ES is performing similar to Ryzen 9 8950X at 95 watts in both Geekbench and Cinebench CPU results. Obviously, these are CPU's benchmarks, and performance in game is roughly similar to Ryzen 9 8950X and RX6750 XT with a TDP of 95 to 125 watts. So these APUs are looking pretty insane, and this HS is basically the APUs. And yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about the news that's been going on? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll mention the next one. Peace out.